now this 20% of New Belgrade is very modern, 80% is very communist architecture, if I may say so. And now you may see the typical social realism on your left hand side, so everything that was built under President Tito during his long reign of 35 years. And then we'll see the Serbian Palace coming to your right hand side in a few seconds. So Serbian Palace to your right hand side. This building was built in the 1960s for the needs of President Tito's government of former Yugoslavia. Well, as Yugoslavia do not exist anymore, this is now Serbian Palace, where mostly are hosting the guests from the whole world, from the world of politics. Some people really don't like New Belgrade because it's flat, because it's this architecture, but it's anyway interesting having these two combination of social realism on one side and modern architecture on the other side, and more new buildings coming every day around here. 500,000 in New Belgrade, 1.5 million old Belgrade population. And there is a big arena over there in front of us. It's called Kombank Arena. Anyway, it's 20,000 seats capacity. We have sports matches here and concerts, ballet, ice skating, different kind of shows. It's very alive, very popular. Let me just tell you that I believe that tourism in Serbia might become one of the major industries in the future, because this is not a big country. It's only 74,000 square kilometers, which is something similar like Kentucky in the USA, speaking of size. But we have amazing history, we have a lot of offer to share with the people. Serbian people and generally people in Balkan Peninsula like to meet people, to have good time, to have fun. We like to eat and drink and do anything else but working, but that's the spirit of the people around here. So now we are going to pass by the restaurant of Novak Djokovic, our famous tennis player. In a few moments on your left hand side you're going to see the name of the restaurant is Novak, and on the wall is going to be a big photo of him. So right now, on your left hand side, right next to our bus, you're going to see it in front of us to the left hand side, the reddish one. These are Czechoslovakian and Russian trams, the old ones that we bought in former Yugoslavia from these two countries. Trolley buses and trams we used to buy from them, and now it's been changing a little bit, of course. We have three ways of city transportation in Belgrade: buses, trams and trolley buses. And city transportation is very good actually in Belgrade, but we have too many cars. That's a problem. Every big city has the same problem, of course, and it's much bigger than here. And this is flea market. On your left hand side you can see some people selling whatever outside on the street, the second-hand stuff, something that is very old, something which is antique and might be valuable, but some of these things are just, well, nothing special. And now they're slowly going to leave New Belgrade, and we'll have a chance to cross the new bridge, that big one that was opened 2 years ago. And this is another good moment for us, because this bridge is the first bridge in Belgrade built after 45 years. So all other bridges are very much and very old. But this is the shipbuilding industry to your right hand side. We are not having a big industry about it. We just built maybe a few ships per year or even less, but it's mostly for us here. We don't export it and we don't sell it too much, mostly for the state institutions. And this is now River Sava again, and now you can see these houses on the water, which are not anything about nightlife. This is all private. This is summertime residences where people come to spend the whole day, even a few days, to enjoy the fish, to just sit and be calm as the whole river is. So now please pay attention to your right hand side. You're going to see the artificial lake that I've been telling you about. Sea of Belgrade. It's 4 kilometers long and 200,000 people per day you can see on this lake during summertime. And there is the hippodrome to your right hand side. Horse races are here and horse games that we can enjoy every Sunday during the season. Season didn't start yet, but it will become in May if I'm not wrong.
The hippodrome.
Belgrade is also the city that can be very much proud with the number of parks that we have around here, because we have over 50 parks, 50, in the urban area of town. And you may notice it while we are driving around. Every few moments or few minutes you're going to see some bigger or smaller parks, or at least some trees around. Basically on your right hand side, this is the most exclusive part of Belgrade for living, but in a few moments you're going to see the real part of this story. You're going to see some very beautiful and big houses and villas, and this is where businessmen, politicians, wealthy people, celebrities, mafia bosses living today. So now you're going to pass by the most popular museum in our country. It's President Tito Museum, officially called Museum of Yugoslav History. This is the place where President Tito was buried. There are 6 figures on that front side of the building of the museum, symbolizing 6 republics of former Yugoslavia. Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro and Macedonia. And if you pay attention to the right hand side, you will see some of these nice, big, expensive houses. This part of Belgrade is popular for more than 100 years. Wealthy Belgrade families used to live here first. Now all the wealthy people, only the wealthy people mostly. But it's very greeny, very quiet, and not so far from downtown. But there is one very nice explanation that my colleague, guide as well, but history professor is giving about Tito. It's very simple. Who Tito really was? Well, Tito was communist, Tito was Catholic, and Tito was Freemason. That's all. This Fiat company is here from 2008. Before that, this same Serbian car company was producing Yugo cars. You know about Yugo cars? Oh, that's not good for you. Anyway, I'll tell you just a few words about Yugo cars. We used to produce it from late 70s until 2008. Yugo is short of Yugoslavia. That's how we got this name for this model of the car. It's very small, very cheap, and a very bad car. But that's the only one we ever had and ever made. Even today you may find them on the road. And then this car is famous for falling apart. Oh, there is one red Yugo car on the left-hand side, parked, where this lady is standing right next to her. This is Yugo car. The red is most popular color. I think 80% of those were painted red. You don't have to ask why. And Yugo cars are well known because they are always falling apart as you drive them. So, because there is another Yugo car parked on the right hand side now, also not really reddish but like sour cherry color or so. Well, if you drive your Yugo and you see part of another Yugo on the road, yes, you must pick it up, because one day you will use it for sure. This is so-called free sharing between Yugo drivers. Very useful thing. Do you know what do we call Yugo car on top of the hill? Oh, you know Yugo jokes. That's good. That's good to know.
They want to savor like every inch of the like hard alcoholness.
I want to see him drink that.
It's not that hard, Mike. I'll
really-
finish yours if you
No,
can.
no, no. I will finish every drop of this.
Like a mother's milk.
Oh.
See, this is the days of tequila and whiskey, scotch and stuff that just